It's time the public sees the evidence of the systemic corruption in the Democrat Party, and our Crooked Together campaign will educate them on the facts so that they can make up their own mind. And now I'd like to turn it over to Rick Aguilar, President of the Hispanic Republican Assembly of Minnesota. Rick.
Thanks, Keith. And I think the Democrats have benefited the last two elections of getting record number of votes for both their candidates. And Obama was, I think, probably garnering more votes than any of the presidents in the past. And look at what they get in replacement of that for their hard work and for their campaigning. They received, WikiLeaks has come up with these two emails. One, with the DNC Outreach Committee is calling this a taco bowl engagement. They refer to reaching out to Latinos as a taco bowl. That's the gratitude that the Latinos get when they work hard and have voted for the Obama these past two elections. And another thing about their campaigning, of course, they call the Latinos the consumer segment. That's the way they look at reaching out to Latinos. Storytelling, that's one of their elements. And what has been the story that the Democrats have told the past two campaigns? It's about fear. It's about the Republicans are racist. That's been the message. There's been no talking about education gaps that Latinos have. They have the immigration reform situation. They're talking about business regulations that are stymieing the Latino business growth. There's none of that talk. It's all about racism, both Romney and McCain. And if that's the way they're going to be treated, Latinos should know about that. And I think this WikiLeaks thing is important because you have the upper echelon of outreach marketing by the DNC, and this is what they think about Latinos. I've known that for years. If you look here locally, what are the Latinos who have voted for the Democrats in the state of Minnesota, what do they receive in return? They have the achievement gap, the highest number of Latino dropouts in high school in the country. And what has Dayton done about it? What have Betsy Hodges and Chris Coleman, those schools that are getting thousands of dollars to educate their kids? Nothing. There's no options up to the Capitol. It's going to be business as usual. Getting this money from the education unions. That's what's going to happen. And you multiply that all through the country and these states that are run by Democrats. LA is a disaster. The Chicago system is a disaster. And on and on and on. So I think on behalf of the Hispanic Republican group, we've known this about the DNC. We know they don't appreciate and they don't have respect for our community. So I'm hoping that what I heard today, more of these emails will be leaked. And I bet we find more of these comments about Latinos, taco bowl, some consumer branding, storytelling. That's what I think is the basis of how the DNC plans to reach out Latinos. And I'm hoping that what we're trying to do here in Minnesota is spread throughout the country. And I agree with Keith here. Crooked Together is a great way to brand what they're doing over there at the DNC. Thank you. Any questions?
So what will this entail? When you said a social media campaign, what types of messages are you putting out and how widely?
Well, the focus is going to be for today and tomorrow as the Democrats wrap up their national convention to propagate this theme and the supporting documentation of the challenges that Democrats have on the ethical front, largely to Minnesota voters, largely in the areas where there are a lot of people who are still making up their mind. A big focus for the next 2 days, and then on out through the actual election. Exact budget is to be determined.